What up, world? It's your boy Jeff, aka Cool Boy Jeff, right here. It's the only place you can find a wave is the wave. It'll fall back again with another video. And yeah, I just know I'm just getting back doing Zoom interviews, but I got somebody who I've been trying to get on this joint for a little minute right now, but she be too busy. But she be lit, turning up, having a good time, you know, saying living her best life. So finally have the privilege to interview her today. And first and foremost, Miss Erica, if you want to go ahead and introduce yourself, you know what I'm saying? Because you Hollywood, that's what you do for real. Okay, and just let everybody know who you is real fast.
Yeah, hey guys, I'm Erika Hollywood. Erika underscore Hollywood on Instagram. I'm a party promoter, I'm a model, and I also have mostly event planners. So I have an event space that I run and decorate and yeah, make your vision come true. Oh, and I also make content. Yeah, that too.
Yeah, man. Look, when I'm trying to tell y'all, like, she really do it all for real, for real. Like, all them wonder, like, Erica's the umbrella. All those four things is under her, so she be doing everything and anything, but be having a good time while doing it. So first and foremost, like, yeah, just to kick something off as far as being an icebreaker, what was something that really got you started in party promoting, or was it just like you was going to parties at a young age and you seen somebody that you knew? If you can go ahead and just elaborate on it.
Well, actually, I never really thought about like my intentions of like party porn was never really a thing. It
Mhm.
actually was brought to me. Like I was always known for like in college, high school, even before that, I wasn't even supposed to be outside. I was outside. And I just always enjoyed, yeah, I wasn't even supposed to be outside and I was outside. I just really genuinely enjoy having a good time, turning up, and just living life to its fullest. I'm a dancer, so like when I used to go out, I used to just turn the whole club up. I'm a social butterfly, so I made sure the party was like lit. Like me and my friends used to make that shit super lit. It was
Mhm.
always a time had. So I got grabbed up by a DJ friend of mine. Shout out to iPod. I was about 19 when I had met him.
Mhm.
And I had no business being outside, but I was outside. And he put me on a team with him. And I used to like work the door. I used to floor manage. I've done bottle service. I've done hookah. I've done all of that work within the club. Like I was just a nightlife worker. I never stripped though. Wasn't a stripper, but I definitely
Okay.
did do the bartending, bottle service, hookah. I've done all of that. I got my experience in that. And then once I started to see that like once, my name started getting around and people started to see like the crowd that I pulled and like the vibe that I brought to the party and how much of an impact I had, that's when it was like, okay, time to make some bank on this. And that's when it started, man.
Mhm.
That's when it
So
all started. But I started exactly at like 19 years old when I was in
that's what's
college.
up. That's what's up. Because I know I was never the type at a young age to be outside until I went to college, and that was just a whole totally different experience. Like
Yeah.
18, going to clubs, seeing different women and stuff from what you're really used to, but turning up having free drinks up under the table because you ain't legal yet. Like that was like the
Yeah.
time of the life right there
No,
too.
see, when I was younger, I used to go with my older cousins and I used to use their IDs. I had to memorize it to the T. They had me dressed up and they didn't look twice when I went out. And I remember like security never used to look twice. Um, but I had the ID memorized and I remember like when I was younger, I think my first real club was when I was like 16, 15,
Hmm.
16. I was like 15 turning 16 on one of those. And I was in Brooklyn out here in New York. And I remember they used to mark my hand. So the
Hmm.
bartender knew not to serve me any alcohol. And my cousins wasn't really for that. Like they didn't serve me alcohol or nothing. I was just there to have a good time, you
Hmm.
know? So, and that's another reason why, like, when I'm out, like, I'm a little more responsible than a
Right.
lot of people my age because I started kind of young. So, like, I already knew the rules. Don't leave your drink unattended. Don't, you know what I mean? You come together, we go together. Like, if we go together,
Yeah.
we leave together.
Yeah.
I just knew all the rules and what to do, what not to do. So by the time I was 21, I was already kind of experienced in the club a little bit.
Hmm.
But yeah, that's yeah.
See, like, and I know it's another rule that whenever you put a cup down, don't ever pick it up because somebody else
Heck
might put
no.
something up. You know what I'm
No,
saying?
you
Yeah,
get a
that
whole
was
new
crazy.
cup. And if somebody offers you a drink, if that man offer you a drink, you go and make sure you watch the bartender make the drink. You do not let him pour it and bring it to you. No, you sit there, you watch it, and make sure that he pours from the same bottle that he's pouring for himself.
Hmm.
And I say, and you got to be really careful. Like, you got to be super careful. You gotta be super, super careful, like who you're around. Don't accept drinks from just anybody. And you gotta know you gotta have the gift. Like, ladies, you really don't gotta spend money when you're outside.
Nah, y'all really don't. Nah, y'all really don't for real.
You
Because
really
again,
don't. You really don't.
nah,
You
y'all
really
don't. I
don't.
mean, y'all get to use the pretty. Some people get to use their looks to go and get whatever they want, but
Not
other
even
people,
because out here, I feel like even some of the guys like they'll cater to the girls that are turned up more than the girls that are trying to be pretty. In certain instances, you know, if you
hmm
lit having a good time and you have a good spirit, you'll meet some like really like I've met some dope guys that weren't on no like perverted weird energy,
hmm
you know. And maybe it was because I'm cute, but like I was also lit, so.
Nah, for real, for real. So this was post pre Hollywood. This was
hmm
like okay, all right, cool, 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 cool.
Yeah, I
Uh,
remember even when I was younger, like the guys really like rocked with me when I was younger. So like even my older cousins kind of used to use me to like get us free drinks.
Out there pimping you for free drinks. Ain't that
I'm
something?
weak.
That's crazy.
But I didn't have to, what's crazy is that I really didn't even do anything. It was just like a hi, okay. And I was like to myself, but like I would just turn it by myself.
hmm
Like just turn it by myself and they just gravitate.
See, you must have the gift of gab. But if you, what is a kind of a big difference between how the way you first came up and being in the club versus how it is now versus being in the club? Because I know you've been more focused on your business and stuff like that. But what is
Yeah.
like the big difference between your younger age and to where you is now?
Well, definitely the fun. Like I remember like and I think a lot of people kind of feel this way is like partying is just not the same anymore. Like it's not fun. I
Right,
feel a little more anxiety being out now because people are in the clubs for the wrong reasons.
right,
Also with this whole thing, like I don't know where it came from where it's like you come to the club to show off how much money you could spend in the club. Before we didn't really care about that because the drinks was like $10, $5. You know what I mean? Like bottles was like 200. You know what I mean? It wasn't like on no $850 for
yeah,
two bottles. Like it was
yeah,
never like that. And
yeah,
nobody really cared. Like when I guess because I was also younger, so I probably didn't even really pay attention to that. It wasn't really what I came outside like, okay, I gotta make sure that like they spending this much money. Like now it's just kind of everybody just want to make money, 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 money. Like we're losing the party aspect and the fun.
right.
Like we're just losing that. The spirit is different. DJing isn't really the same. Like anybody could be a DJ now.
Yeah, it's like
Like
everybody's a
even
DJ
DJs, I'm
nowadays
like,
too.
yo, he's not mixing this music good at all. Like he just went from salsa to reggae to freaking hip hop back to Afrobeat. He's all over the place, and
Yeah.
it's like I can't get jiggy with that in there. And then you have people who want to bring out these celebrities, and they take over the whole club. You can't even enjoy yourself because they want to be on the mic talking their shit. I'm
hmm
like, play the music. I'm gonna have fun. Like I want to dance.
hmm
Girls don't want to dance no more. Everybody's too cute for that. They want to sit and record themselves smoking hookah. They want to sit down. And granted, I don't really like dancing with guys at parties either because they give me like weird vibes nowadays. Like they want to fill up on you. They want to throw you in the air and stuff. I don't got time for that.
Yeah, yeah.
So it's just like I don't know. It's like the generation just don't know what like how to party no more. Like it's
Right,
not fun. It's
right,
not fun. You
right.
got to be on guard, alert, because there's just so many weird things that's going on now.
Yeah. And then what I feel like is kind of funny too, like I'm single. So what I would do, it used to be a time I can walk up and just introduce myself and try to get to know somebody at the bar or just have some
Yeah.
type of communication. Now, if I just even look a certain type of way, and I'm just like big on faces, like, yes, every woman that has a RBF face really is not mean for real, but some of them is just kind of like a turn off because how can I approach you or how can I give you a compliment if you're scowling at me? You know what I'm saying? So
Yeah, I don't like that.
yeah,
And you know
I
what
really don't get
else?
it.
I don't even want to get off topic on that, but I'm actually in a relationship. But
Mhm.
even so, like when I'm in a relationship and like someone is approaching me or whatever, I'm always respectful. You
Right.
do not, I don't know where this thing came up where like you have to be a bitch or you have to be like straight up disrespectful for a guy to leave you
Yeah.
alone. No, I'm very respectful. You compliment me, thank you, whatever. I'm just not interested in that way. You have a good night. And that's it. Or sometimes some guys, like I remember there's guys that would have bought me a drink and I'd be okay, it's fine. And then I just keep it pushing. I just
hmm
disappear. and I just disappear for the rest of the night. But I don't see nothing wrong with that. It's like, I don't know. I don't know. Like, it comes up, oh, you're too friendly, you're too this. But if you're just a nice person, you're just a nice person.
Yeah.
If you have no intent and you let them know you have no intention of moving anywhere else and they want to continue that, then that's on them. But just,
Mhm.
as long as you keep yourself, be yourself. Like, I don't walk around the club like this, because if I did, I wouldn't be getting paid.
That is true. That is really true because I mean it definitely affects your brand. But I don't
Mm-hmm.
know where everybody started to be aggressive. Like even in clubs, bars, like I don't know if it was you because I know you up there in New York. But down here, even going to brunch sometimes, like I know it's the summertime, but it be extra hot for no reason. And
Yeah.
certain people, it's like their energy, the heat, and, shit like that. That's why I be like, I'll be here for about 10, 15 minutes and then I'll
And
leave.
then you want to get out of there. Yeah, the vibe
Yeah,
just
it
be
really
off.
ain't no point.
Honestly, I can say out here in New York, I don't know. It just depends on the crowd you're in,
Hmm.
to be honest. And honestly, it does depend on demographics. What I learned, and this is just from my own personal experience, I don't want to really generalize because it's my probably not true in every other place. But from my perspective, I do really well in like the Afrobeat crowd. Like I do really well in the Latino crowd. I do really good in like a lot of different crowds. But when it comes to like the African American crowd, it's a little mixy. Like it's kind of like out here for me, my experience, it just isn't the same vibe all the time. Like R&B nights are always good. And like, yeah, it just depends. Like, it honestly depends on the demographic and where you are. I
Hmm.
realized because there's just certain spots I just would never enter because of the demographic and because of the vibes. Like, can't be in too many mixy crowds, like where there's too many dudes. Like, if the ratio is like 50 dudes and like 20 girls, I'm out of there. If it's not more girls than guys in a spot, I'm leaving. I'm leaving.
Yeah.
I am out of there
Yeah,
because
nobody want to be at no
usually,
damn sausage party.
yeah, it's not even just that it's a sausage party, but usually that's where all the hostility comes from because everybody's trying to go for the same girls. It's not enough girls mixed around guys, so guys are on top of each other, and men don't do well in crowds and mixed around with different, like all the testosterone in the room. I realize it's usually a hostile crowd when there's too many men and not enough girls in the spot.
Right,
At least that's from my experience.
right.
Yeah, and then you have to like, it depends on the type of club you're in. Like, it really does. It just depends on the type of spot you're in. Like, it
Hmm.
really does. It just depends. Depends on the night.
Hmm.
Yeah. I stick to my Afro Caribbean parties because they gonna always have a good time.
Hey man, I know about them, man. They love to have a good time no matter where they at.
Hmm.
They get their music going and some liquor, you gonna have you a great time. But as
Yeah,
far
but
as you,
nowadays girls
I know
don't
you go
dance.
ahead.
Girls don't dance.
Nobody do. Nobody do.
They don't dance. They don't dance, and it's because of all this TikTok shit. Yeah, I think that's dancing. That's not dancing. Y'all get to the
Yeah,
club and don't know what to do.
it's just like they have to have their phone available to make it seem like that they're having a good time. It can only be two people in a spot. As long as they got their hookah, their liquor, whatever smoking, and they doing this the whole time, that's lit to them. But having a packed out house playing nothing but good music, everybody having a good time. When's the last time you ever heard them play Pretty Ricky? You know what I'm saying?
They haven't. They
You
don't
know what
play
I'm
Pretty
saying? Or
Ricky.
Jodeci come and talk to me. You know what I'm saying? They don't play none of that shit no more. Like,
Yeah.
where's the love, man? Where's the
Yeah.
love? Like, don't nobody believe in
Not
love no
always.
more.
And that's another thing is really the type of music. Like those parties, man, like when they just playing straight drill music all night, that stuff really matters. Like
Yeah,
it really does. Like people, yeah, they act crazy. Like that music really does, like it does affect the atmosphere.
yeah,
When guys are sitting there throwing up signs and they zone like this, they getting drunk. The music is actually like fucking with them. Feel me? Like now they hot the whole night and they drinking Henny. It's a wrap. But like when you got the crowd that's playing the Afro Caribbean, the girls is moving their waist and they feeling nice and all that. It's different. When you
yeah,
got when you got Jodeci playing and they playing, you know what I mean? They got Keisha Cole
yeah,
playing. It's a different vibe. The girls is
yeah,
feeling lovey dovey, like they trying to find them a man. So
yeah.
it really does depend. It depends on the club. It depends on the day. It depends on the time. It just depends on. It really depends on the demographic. Honestly,
Hmm.
that's just my
See,
opinion.
Hey man, we gotta figure out a way to bring back good vibes. You know what I'm saying? I don't know what it is or why everybody's so aggressive and angry, but it never used to be like this. I don't know what happened. Like I remember having a good time myself. Like,
That's me, yeah. I remember yeah, I remember. It's so real. I used to take my shoes off in the club because I was just so tired from dancing. Like, and I didn't care. Now, I don't even take my shoes off no more. I'm barely even like now music playing stuff and I'm dancing for a few minutes. I'm not dancing all night. And it's not because I'm getting older, it's just because the vibes just don't be there all night. Like
yeah,
you got girls giving you dirty looks if you're doing too much dancing better than them.
yeah,
You know what I mean? And then
yeah.
you got the guys that's like the guys who they're just like there just to be there. Like they just there. Like they just there. They got their own bottle in their hand. They just not even acknowledging the females. You know what I
Mm.
mean? It's not a good time anymore.
Well, I'm glad that everybody was able to grow because I mean, I don't know what it is. And I would say all the time that these kids, the younger generation, don't know what fun is or even on how to have fun.
They don't
Because
have basement parties no more.
nothing,
They don't even know what
nothing,
basement parties are like. And
nothing.
honestly, I want to put the blame. We can't really blame the younger generation. I don't know where it went wrong. I think it's probably like my age group. I feel like maybe my generation might have, or the generation before mine. But when the parties started getting dangerous and a little more
Yeah,
violent,
yeah,
I think that's what kind of did like a shift in
yeah.
the nightlife scene when like the girls was like, because it's always been happening, but I feel like there was like a time where it was really bad, like
Mhm.
shootouts. Like when rappers come to a club, you just knew it was gonna get shot up at the end of the night.
Yeah.
You know, like bottle girls and bartenders started getting affected by it and stuff like that. Like when it started getting really bad,
Hmm.
I don't know. I feel like there was like a shift and like the violence, at least out here in New York, I feel like when the violence really started to happen during the parties, like people started losing lives and stuff like that. I feel
Hmm.
like that kind of affected, and social media, of course. Social media ruins everything.
Yeah. Nah, facts. That's why I say me now at this age, I highly suggest if you have a relationship, just don't put it on the internet for real, for real. Anything that's hidden
A
and
hundred
known
percent
between the
private.
two is the best thing ever.
Yeah, because you have too many people watching.
Yeah.
People watch, and you got people that's really preying on your downfall. Like it could be, and I've seen it like firsthand, and it wasn't even just me, but you just see it. Like somebody will be outside without their significant other
Hmm.
doing them or whatever, but word got back that something else was going on behind closed doors, or they filming from the sidelines, and something like it's all perception,
Hmm.
and people can make a video look like something that it's not even what it is for real. He
Right.
approached me in the club, and all you got was him approaching me in the club. You don't even I don't know this man from a hole in the wall. But
Right.
you just made it seem like to my man that it was a whole relationship going on behind his back. Like, first of all, this man stopped me when I was coming out the bathroom.
Yeah.
I don't even know his name.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And there's somebody sitting there, couldn't wait to tell my man about it. You know what I
Yeah.
mean?
Yeah.
I've seen that happen so many times. Believe it or not, I every guy that I've dated so thus far, I don't feel like they ever didn't trust me outside
Hmm.
because like I never gave them a reason to.
Hmm.
Luckily for me, I never really experienced like the insecure side of like me being a nightlife worker because I always dated people that were kind of in the same mix as me on the same realm, so they
Hmm.
understood like party promoters, people who work security, things of that nature, or like that's been outside already and they already, you know.
Hmm.
But for the girls who don't got a man like that, I feel bad for y'all.
Hey,
Sorry.
it's becoming a drought out here.
Oh my
It's
God,
really
it's
becoming a
disgusting.
drought.
Dating is disgusting. Oh my God. I don't even want to.
Hey,
That's a
it's
whole different
becoming a
conversation.
drought out here. Hey, yo, I already got it in my mind. I'm gonna grow old and be single. I'm gonna be a single father. I'm gonna
How
take
old are
care of my.
you?
Oh, I'm 29. I'll be 30 in December. December 6th.
Okay, big 3-0.
Yeah, yeah. So and then it's like even when I say I'm about to turn 30, 30 where? You don't even look 30. No, I'm 30 years old. Like I go to the mall, still get card and shit. Like, come on, bro. Stop playing with me, bro. Like I'm 30 years old. I ain't nothing like this little ass kid. I got a
Yeah.
child. Like, you know what I'm saying? So this ain't my little brother, nigga. This is my child. But yeah,
Yeah.
this how weird how shit be sometimes though. But as far as back to your party promotion, when did you first get your opportunity to either have your own team, or was you already under somebody or learning from somebody about how to run your party promotion business? Because there's a lot of stuff that goes into it, like the promotions, making sure it reaches a lot of people, ticket sales and stuff like that. So how did you get your just due of learning all the other stuff? Did you get it on your own, or did you already have things set for you that you just?
I had an entire mentor. I would say DJ iPod is to thank for that. That was somebody that like literally took me under his wing and
Mm-hmm.
taught me everything that I know. He introduced me to like club owners. He introduced me to like other party promoters, DJs. Um, and yeah, honestly, it's been honestly not even just iPod. It's just been like several different DJs that kind of took me under their wing low key. Um, and I just started getting hired. Frenchie hired me as a hookah girl for him, and that kind of opened a few doors.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so shout out to Champagne Frenchie, DJ iPod, Shaka Zulu. Yeah, it's just a lot of people like that I chase, even like taught me a few things, and I met him kind of later, like recently. But it's a lot of like, and they're all male figures too at that. So a bunch of like older men that just kind of like, and it wasn't ever on no weird shit. And that's another thing I try to teach the girls, and I feel like nowadays a lot different is like you got to sleep to get to the top. I don't know who told them that. Cause this man, honestly, like iPod is significantly older than me, but I was 19, but like he was never, it was never no like ill will,
It was
like, and
boundaries.
it wasn't, it's not like I'm naive to it and it was in my face. No, it's 100% like he was just a real nigga that was like, you know what, like let me teach you because I see potential in you.
Yeah.
Like I see that you could do this. Like I see how these niggas love you outside, like how these girls love you, how people love you when you come outside and the vibe you bring, and you can make money off of it.
Mm-hmm.
And not a lot of people have that opportunity to like giving that free sauce. You know what I mean? Like he never asked for anything from me, but like, yo, join my team, help me out. We work together, make some money.
Mm-hmm.
And that's
See,
what it was. Yeah. So
that's
honestly,
hard.
I was on a DJ team. I was on Team iPod first. And I did that for probably like I feel like it was like 2 years or 3 years. And
Mm-hmm.
like I was a solid Team iPod until I was like 22, 23. But I've known him since I was 19. So we
Mm-hmm.
didn't really start working together till I turned like about 21, 22. So
Mm-hmm.
like 22, 23, around that time. In the summertime and during the year, we used to have weekly events.
Mm-hmm.
So we used to do our weeklies and I used to help him. And I just learned as I go.
Mm-hmm.
Like I got hired to do bottle service. And he was like, yo, Erika, this club needs you for this. I worked in an after spot. I worked in a couple restaurants. Like I just been around. I just been
That's hard.
like people was just grabbing me like, yo, Erika, I need you for this. And I remember I was booked and busy, like booked and busy. Now I kind of slowed down because I don't feel the need for it no more. I already got the experience. And nightlife is just a chapter that I'm ready to close, honestly.
Hmm.
Yeah.
That's what's up. And that's really tough because you don't really hear about too many people having mentors or people showing them how to do certain things, let alone a person being just straight up and say, hey, look, I'm gonna show you how to do this and this. So when you come into this situation, you already know how to do it. And do
Yeah.
you feel like sometimes that people can't really be as helpful because they feel like the person that they're trying to help, they may take it as something else, or you
Yeah,
trying to come on.
100%.
Yeah,
Yeah,
so
that's why I brought up that it was like, because I know a lot of girls that want to get into, they're being, first of all, I feel like they're being misled by a lot of the public figures that they watch. You do
mm,
not need to be an OnlyFans girl. You do not need to sell your body. You do not need to do that kind of stuff.
hmm
Like, you do not need to sell yourself to make it to the top. You really don't. You really don't. You just got to have, like I said, just like good people around you.
right.
And you just got to know, like, you just got to be able to identify the difference. Like, for me, like I said, iPod, when he took me under his wing, like, it was never like his intention, like, oh, I'm going to sleep with her or I want to talk to her. We never, ever, like, had that type of encounter ever,
Mm.
ever, like, whatsoever. His friends, maybe, but not him.
Oh
Not
yeah,
him, but his friends, maybe. But yeah, like, it was, like, pretty cool. Like, honestly, it was just like genuine support. Like you just gotta really like you gotta just be aware. And luckily I started pretty young and he taught me really young, like the step by step. And I feel like nowadays these girls don't have the guidance.
hmm
Nowadays, like I think it goes wrong because they're misled and they're given misinformation. Like they gotta you gotta flirt with this guy to get to the top. Nah, you just gotta know what you want, and yeah, you're gonna get what you want. You speak with closed mouths don't get fed. And one thing about it is that I always advocate for selling yourself without actually selling yourself.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like I'm not when I say I'm selling myself, I have the gift of God. For me, like I know how to talk, and you're gonna believe what I say because I mean what I say, and I stand on what I say. You don't have to sell your soul in this industry. You really don't. You really don't. You really don't. And honestly, I'm not even as big as I want to be for real, but I refuse to sell my soul. Like I want to do it authentically and like with my morals intact. Like that was always my thing. If you go in with a good mindset and you're gonna take a couple L's. Like I took a few. Not I don't want to call them L's for real, but I've been in certain situations where there were guys that was trying to clearly get in my pants. Clearly didn't have respect for me. Clearly their intentions were not to make money with me at all. You know what I mean? And I had the choice. I could have, went along with it and sold my soul, or I can just be like, all right, well, you know what? This is a good opportunity, and I probably could have made way more money with that person, but this is not what I want to do. So, and you know what I mean? And you'll get blessed. Like your time will come. Yeah.
See, and what I really like about what you said, because you took your time on your journey, you didn't want to skip steps or do certain things to get yourself, in higher places, because it's in every, I say, company business. Like some people do take that ladder to move up just to be around certain people and do things with them so they can move up, versus somebody who has the brain power, the knowledge like yourself, and you already know because you have a mentor, but you also got respect for yourself first and foremost. You know what I'm saying? And I feel like a lot of women don't see that because only thing you see is hypersexual things out here. Everything is sex, 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 sex.
Yeah, now you have people that on high platforms telling you that use these niggas for their money and meanwhile sleeping with them. You know what I mean? Like, I can get in some pockets. Don't mean I gotta sleep with them to get in their pockets. Like, that's the difference. That's the difference. It's not a flex if you using him for his money, but really he's still getting something out of you.
Yeah.
Like, that's not no. That's not something to flex about. It's sexier when I can get in his pockets and all I did was have a conversation with him. That's it.
Yeah.
I didn't have to kiss him. I have him filling up on me. I didn't have to get drunk with him. I didn't have to do nothing. We just sat and had a conversation, and because men are very simple. And I keep trying to teach these young girls that no, men are very simple. Like a man is going to tell you exactly what he wants, when he wants it, and how he wants it. He's going to tell you. Men are not as complicated as females are. They're not. They're not overthinking the situation. If he just want to fuck, he's going to make it very clear that he just wants to fuck with you. And it's in your face. Women just choose not to see shit. And honestly,
did you just say that? Did you just say that? Because I can't believe what I just heard.
Very simple. I think men are very simple in that aspect. I think men are very much, at least again, this is all just my perspective. You know what I mean? I think men are very like straight to the point. If that man want to sleep with you, he is going to make it clear to you that he really wants to, and he'll show you in different ways. Girls just be acting.
Nah, they play dumb. They play dumb. They play
dumb.
It's
like he's very much like, no, he just bought me a few drinks and like, he wanted me to dance with him a little, and you thought that was it, sis?
You know
Did
what?
Did he get your name? Does he know how old you are? Was there a conversation prior to this? Like, I just think, no, it's just, it's just my experiences.
A woman like yourself got a good head on her shoulders. And you said something to me that I really haven't heard in a long time, that come from a woman. You had a father in your life. Now, it's not too many women nowadays that big up men, black men, and especially, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Do you feel like that is so important, not only to yourself, but also younger women should be able to have in their life as well?
Well, my father always instilled in me that as a woman, this is your diamond, okay? This is your diamond. This is your everything. No matter how much somebody tries to downplay it, no matter how much they be like, oh, it's just sex, or it's just, you know, casual, whatever. No.
Mm-hmm.
This is something that's supposed to be protected and guarded. And it's not just only like that I have a father in my life, because I've been surrounded by so many men in my life, as far as like male cousins and just male friends in general. I just know how men kind of perceive women, you know, in different aspects. If you sit there and you don't have self-respect for yourself, these men will walk you like a dog, okay? They will drag you in the mud, and they would have you feeling like you ain't shit in this world. You're not worth anything. And you have to have some level of dignity, morals. You have to have self-respect for yourself. And I always advocate for females, self-respect for yourself. And I always like, I have friends like that'll tell me certain things and stuff. And the first thing I tell them is like, put yourself in a male's shoes. Tell me that story and how you look from a male perspective. No, seriously, that's how I put myself. How do you think you look like to this guy that you just did all this shit? You just did all this stuff. I want you to know how you look and how you're perceived. And honestly, there's a lot of girls that like, I don't care how I'm perceived, and I don't care. And it's a whole bunch of I don't cares and I don't care. You know what I mean? Listen, I care how I am perceived. I care about my name. I care about my character. I care about my legacy and like the mark that I want to leave on people's lives. I don't want people to be like, oh, I had that. Oh, I had that. You know what I mean? Yeah. I don't want that. Especially being in the field. And I try to teach like, you know, all my younger girls that are around me, and like anybody who ever asks me like how they got into nightlife and I get that all the time. I always tell them, keep it business, keep it professional, keep it cute. Always keep it cute. Always keep your confidence here. Don't let nobody belittle you, and make sure you respect yourself. If you don't put down like how do you say it? How you carry yourself, right, and how you make your mark on people is right, how they're going to perceive you. And that's where like all the disrespect and everything comes from. If you're somebody that's straightforward like this, and this is about business in my opinion, like that's, you know, keep it straight business, like keep it business, you'll have a lot of respect for yourself. There's a lot of club owners I know utmost respect for me. Like, I didn't have to sleep with them. I didn't have to flirt with them. I don't got to do all that. And I get what I want. You don't have to. They will respect you. If you have a good head on your shoulder, believe it or not, that is sexier than you being thirsty in their faces. Yeah. You look so much better. Yeah. Like, you even glow different when you have that type of confidence and that type of like self-respect for yourself. Right. That shit is so attractive. Right. I don't know where it became this thing where it's like, I don't care. I could do what a man do, and I don't care. I don't care. Yeah, you don't care. And you around carelessly. You moving around carelessly. Meanwhile, everybody else, you know, they looking at you all crazy. Nah. That's like, yeah. Now I don't know. It's bad out here. But the craziest part about it, like women like yourself who have so much respect, dignity, care about themselves, how they look outside, inside, or whatever. Yeah, no, for real. Y'all want to get taken like, oh, the hell her, da. People be like, those women that don't give a damn, once they see those men that they want for real, show you respect because you respect yourself, they be hating on that shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, hell with her, this and this, or whatever. Like, people do not know how to separate business from personal, and personal things that, you know, can really affect your business if you don't know how to handle yourself right. I had to learn that too. Like, once you get a little notoriety for what you do, it's all right, you know, but don't take that to the head where, oh no, this is how I need to move, because that joint can be done just like that for real. Yeah, 100%. And the only thing that people know you for is for how the way you was acting when you thought you used the shit. So yeah, everybody want to be in the spotlight. And that's another thing. I think that's also like, and again, like, I also have to watch how I carry myself when I'm out, because I'm a party promoter. So like, if I were to, like I said, I don't really dance with guys outside. You know what I mean? And I used to split in the middle. I was the girl that was like on the couches with the bottle, you know, driving the boat, all of that. You couldn't take me home. I'm the girl that I go to the club by myself and I
See,
meet
you make a
everybody
nigga
there. I
mad.
walk in by myself. I leave by myself. If you're
Yeah,
not my man, I'm not leaving with you.
yeah.
No, I'm not leaving with you.
Yeah.
No, you cannot. Like, it was just certain things that I would cut off. And it comes like a shock, like, oh, okay. Like, guys would oh, they show me, they pulling out their stacks, trying to get me, trying to wheel me in. Dub them right there. Like, no, thank you. So,
No,
what
that's
kind of bottles do you want again? Like, are you spending money in here? You making me some money?
yeah,
I don't care about what you got and what you could do for me in the future. I don't care about what you got for me, what you could do for me. I don't
yeah,
care about that. I don't
yeah,
care about that. You don't even know my real name.
yeah. Anybody can give somebody false hope.
You don't even know how old. You didn't even ask me my age, sir.
Yeah, hit away. Yeah, I'm only but 16. What the hell you doing
You
there
don't even know
for?
where I'm from. You don't know me from a hole in the wall.
Some niggas
That's
don't
how.
give a
That's
shit.
how. And you know what? And in a way, yeah, like there's a few guys, and this is another thing that's kind of like I said, like girls like me kind of get shitted on because they take that and they get offended. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, you're offended because I have self-respect for myself.
Mm-hmm.
You thought I was gonna leave with you because you threw a couple dollars at me in the club.
Mm-hmm.
Catch me during the day. Let's go grab some brunch or something. You didn't even invite me out to dinner. You didn't ask me on a date. You didn't do none of that. You didn't ask me for my number or nothing. You just assumed that I'm gonna go home with you tonight because you spent some money in the club.
Mm-hmm. That's what they see because
You know
that's
what I
what's so
mean?
popularized nowadays too.
Mm-hmm.
But I just want to ask you something. How do you keep how do you balance your time and energy between those different roles that you do? Like, you know what I'm saying, being content creator, a model, and also being a party promoter. You know what I'm saying? Like, how do you able to maintain and keep yourself sane while you're doing all those multiple things?
Um, Believe it or not, I still gotta work on that. Like balancing it out. Right now, I'm taking a break off everything just because I'm really just trying to focus more on the event planning, which is the bigger picture for me. The bigger
Mm-hmm.
picture for me is way beyond nightlife and stuff. This is just helping me grow myself, getting
Right.
my name out there and stuff like that. But honestly, I had a hard time. And I realized as a female, it's a lot harder. I don't know.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's so much like, I talk to, I talk to my boyfriend about it all the time, how hard it is being a female.
Yeah.
Like, how hard it is really being a female and trying to be a boss female. It's so hard. It is so hard. When I say so difficult, it's so difficult. Like, I want to do business, but there's always going to be that man that tries it. You know what I
Yeah.
mean?
Yeah.
Like, it's always going to be somebody that's going to try you. Like, make it more than what it is. Like, sir, I just want to make money.
Right.
I'm just trying to grow my business. Ain't
Right.
nothing personal over here. And then I found myself, like I said, like I don't take it as a L. I just wait for the next one. Somebody else that's more genuine gonna work with me. But I've
Mm-hmm.
had guys that as soon as I tell them I don't want to sleep with them or I'm not interested in that way, I ain't never hear from them again. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
it's the
That's
truth.
yeah.
And you think like, damn, I took a L. Maybe I should have just went out on a date with him because I would have had more money in my pocket, or I would have got hired at a bigger club or something like that. And again, my morals outweigh everything. You know what
Yeah.
I mean? My self-respect outweighs everything. No money in the world can make me lose my self-respect because when I leave this world, you know what I mean? Like I want my spirit to feel like I did the right thing. Like I wasn't a bad person. I didn't do nothing. I don't want to feel that way. Like
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. Like that's just for me. Like my self-respect and my dignity outweighs everything. So I don't know, man. I haven't really found a way to balance everything out.
Mm-hmm.
I really haven't. I'm not gonna sit here and lie. I have not really, really figured it out. What I was originally trying to do was build a team, and this is why I say it's hard for females. Cause no man wants to take orders from a female, and not take orders, but no man really want to work for a female. Like
For
I've had
real?
guys that I'm like, yo, let's work together. Let's do some work together, and it's like they want to do their own thing. They rather backdoor you. And then I also, even girls, everybody is so pinned on I'm trying to make it, I'm trying to make it, I'm trying to make it. And it's like, if you find somebody that's doing what you do, we can all eat together. We work together. that everybody want to step on each other's toes. And that's what I feel like I ran into a lot, was more so like people undercutting me or like trying to backdoor me. You know what I mean? Yeah. Cut out the middleman and, you know, and try to do their own thing, like that type of stuff. A lot of like snake behavior and stuff like that. Yeah. So honestly, like the way that I balanced it out was just focus on one thing at a time. Mm. So like content creating and party promoting kind of align with each other because I get my content while I'm outside. Feel me? I could pull somebody out, get an interview, whatever. Then like the event planning and stuff, like as far as my event planning goes, like that's a whole separate branch that I do, and that's where my focus is now. But yeah, like honestly, I never really found a way to balance it out. Like there was times where I was like double booked. I done double booked myself so many times. Like when I say I was, and then I still like, these are all side hustles. I still got my regular job. I'm still a regular person. Feel me? I still got my little steady income because this is all just like side hustle. Feel me? Like it's always gonna be inconsistent, and that's something other people don't really realize. Like this is not something that you can really do like full time because it fluctuates. You know what I mean? Yeah. You might have good parties. You might have bad parties where you don't even see money. Yeah. Yeah. Like there was nights I remember we did weekly events at show, and I commend anybody who do weekly events that's not on the weekend. You do weekly events during the week of Thursday, Wednesday, Tuesday, and if your shit hit every week, you are the GOAT. Because let me tell you, it is so hard to get people outside on a weekday. Mm-hmm. There's times like niggas left, okay, like the first few weeks, you see a couple $100, $1,000 in your pocket. Then there's some weeks you see $50 in your pocket. The bar ain't make no money. Mm-hmm. We had 10 people in the club. Mm-hmm. So it's like, yeah. So like I still worked my regular job. And then there was times where like I worked in a dealership. I worked at Harley Davidson. I was a customer relations manager and a desk assistant. And I remember I was doing a weekly event every single week. Like every week. Every other day I had a different club. Like book. Working the clubs, bro, was so draining. I had work at 8 in the morning and I would leave the club at 5. Like it was like no sleep. And this is why I also was like, this isn't really what I want to do forever. Like, I don't want to do this. Like, life is just not something that I see long term for myself. Mm-hmm. Like, it's a lot. And people think it's so easy because these girls think they could put on a bottle girl outfit, be cute, and this is what it is, until you realize that your money's not consistent. Your money's not consistent, sis.
Well, as a guy, I feel like certain women look at it as if she can do it, I can do it too. And people don't want to hear the truth no more. It's just like, come on, man, you can really do something else. Like those girls, that's a profession. You know, even with that, I feel like
it is. It is. You have to do
it. Doing it, they can know how to do it. But some of these girls and males don't know how to do it nowadays.
If you don't like what you're doing, do not do it. Because let me tell you, and this is why I also think the vibe is bad. Like, you got bottle girls that don't even smile. Yeah. They got attitudes. How the fuck? You gotta think as attitude. You didn't bring nobody out. First of all, as a bottle girl, you're supposed to bring some type of money in. Like, you're supposed to do some type of promotion. You're supposed to be selling sections. You're supposed to be attacked. Like, you're supposed to be in niggas' faces trying to get them to spend the bag. These girls is like, ew, I don't need to be talking to you. Like, ew. Like, they're just ill. And I'm like, oh my God, where's your hospitality at? Where's your customer service at?
It's shot. It's really shot. Don't like. It's no such thing as customer service anymore. When it comes to that, it's always about gratuity and tips. But have you worked enough, or have you gave a good service to us for
a good impression? I used to have regulars. I'm like, do you have your regulars? Like, do you know your difference between your customers and your clients? Yeah. Because that's a real thing. And I try to tell people, I'm like, you're not you don't understand customer service until you have you know the difference between your customers and then you got your clients. Okay. Mm-hmm. And it's not on no like a prostitution type of thing. No, you think of it this is somebody that comes here regularly and show you love because they genuinely love you. Those are the people you keep. Yeah. Like, you can have loyal customers that no longer become like, they're not regulars, you know what I mean? Yeah. Like, they're not just random people that's coming in. These are people that come here for you. Do you have that? Because a lot of y'all don't be having that. That's the mindset. They're replacing you. They're replaced next week. Like, I go to the club and it's like a different bottle girl every week.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like the bottle, and they stink. They don't want to dance. They don't want to do nothing. They tired and all that. I'm like, this is the lifestyle you chose. You chose this. Nobody told you to be a bottle girl. Nobody told you to be a bartender. You chose it. Get a 9 to 5.
They don't want it. They want easy work. I feel like it's not just only for the women. I just want to let y'all know that's now for the ones who's watching. It's a lot of people that really don't believe in putting in effort and work and hard work. They want the easy right now. I want the money, but you wonder why the money is not coming. It's because you're not performing to a part for you to get it. You know what I'm saying? It's just
when
really
I was a bottle girl, I was making good money every weekend as a bottle girl. I'm not gonna lie. You could see some really good. If you're a good bottle girl in a good club, you see some really good money.
Mm-hmm.
Shit. I was looking at the taxes they take on my paycheck and made me want to go back to the club. I was like, you know what? I'm about to go back to the club because what is this about?
Yeah.
But it really isn't easy. And I do think that it's more of a trend now for everybody for these girls to be bottle girls.
They are OnlyFans models.
But you're not making money if people are not subscribing to you. What makes, like, why do they want to, why?
I be trying to understand that, like, me
you know what it is? You know what it is?
What?
You know what it is? Everybody, like, it's, the whole, there's this whole, I'm going to call it a movement because I don't even know it's like, I don't want to call it a cult, but it's like this whole demographic of females that they went, got a BBL, became a bottle girl. Or stripper. You know what I mean? And it's like,
or fitness
you went, got your body done. You went, got your body done for a career that's not really, it's not a career. Because let me tell you something, it's not long term. Just like being a model is not always long term. You're going to get old one day. You're going to age one day. You're not going to look the same like how you look now. You know what I mean? This, for me, and like I said, it's always been, I just want to get the experience. I want to learn, and I enjoyed it, and I was young. This is not something that I see long term.
Mm-hmm.
Like, it's just not something that I see long term. And they're doing it because it's a trend. It's a trend. They like the benefits of being a bottle girl because they could be outside for free or whatever the case may be. But that shit is going to wear off. Like, it wears off.
They don't think of that. Nobody... I feel like if you don't already have, again, when you was raised with people in your life that showed you how to be independent, go get yours, work, but be smart, whatever you doing, they don't think about that. It's just money driven. But if you think about it, if money ain't coming to your way, then do you want to try something else? Because, again, it's easy. It's so easy.
It's so easy. You know what it is? It's easy for you. They're taking an easy way out. It's easy for you to sell yourself in that way. It's so much easier. I could literally, like, if I wanted to, I could have a bunch of, like, sugar daddies. You know what I mean? And I could, if I really wanted to, I could go to the strip club. You know what I mean? I could go to the strip club. I could be butt naked on a pole and make thousands of dollars. You know what I mean? I could. But no, that's not my goal. That's not what I want for myself. That's not what I want to be perceived as.
Mm.
You know? That's just me. No shame to the strippers or nothing, but that's just not where my head is at. That's just not.
It's some strippers that really have some respect for themselves, but they also know that there's women that you have a better opportunity of doing something else versus this. And if you're not making money,
because I know strippers that are in school that's doing it. They doing it because they in school. They trying to make their bread. Yeah. I just wish that, you know what it is. It's not so much that they're doing it because anybody can do it. You're right. Anybody can do the job. Mm-hmm. But I think it's the intentions that's kind of what bothers me. You're not doing it because you enjoy doing it. Because the reason why I got into nightlife because I really love to turn up. Like, I love a party. I like to throw parties. I like to be at parties. I don't care about what anybody else say. I'm not a homebody. I'm an extrovert. I like to be outside. Mm-hmm. I love being outside. That's why I was doing it. But, like, what is your intention? You're doing it because it's trendy and because it's cute or because Like, I want to know what's the intent behind it.
Mm-hmm.
Because like I said, like, there's bottle girls out there with stink ass attitudes. This is hospitality. Whether you like it or not, you are a server. So your attitude should be up to par. Like, learn. This is, and honestly, working in the club taught me so much patience with men outside of work. Like, at my regular job where I'm dealing with customer service, my patience is immaculate. I feel like I have the best patience ever, like the most patience ever. Like, having to deal with drunk guys and all that. So you can utilize being a bottle girl, but is that your intention? Like, did you want to gain that type of experience? I think now it's just trendy. I think even being a stripper to me is just trendy because they all want to be Cardi B. And unfortunately, not everyone can be Cardi B. Like, it's the truth. Not everyone. That is, Cardi B is Cardi B. You are you. Just
We
because
got more
Kitty did
sexy reds than Cardi B's.
I'm just.
We got more sexy reds than Cardi B. Look, I don't know about up there, but down here, everywhere I go, I say, "Who we baby," and I'm looking like, damn, bro, really? Like, no,
I
like
blame
no
the men
bullshit.
though. I
Huh?
blame men. I blame men too.
Well, hold on.
Let me
Well,
tell you
I'm
why.
gonna say this: you actually have women rappers, and it's been a proven fact that males written their lyrics for them to say on these records.
100%. And that's
Yeah.
why I say I blame men. I know a guy. I remember I was talking to one of he's not even my friend. He's somebody else's friend. I don't know where they found this man at, but he was blown on. He was literally contradicting himself, and it baffled me that, like, he didn't realize he was contradicting himself. He talks down on women, like, he was talking down on, like, women like Cardi B, Sexy Red, and everything. But then he says, oh, but she talked that nasty shit, so I like that. But it's like, okay, this is my thing. You're trying to, you degrade them, right? Because he was degrading them. In the conversation, you're degrading them. Saying that they don't respect themselves, and they're dirty, and they're this, they're that, they're hoes, and they're promoting being a hoe. But yet, you got all her songs downloaded, and you like what she's saying.
Mm-hmm.
Like, she's talking that nasty shit that I like. Guys like that she's talking nasty, and, like, that shit kind of, like, turn them on a little bit. Like, I like my girl a little ghetto. But then, when the girls start moving that way, like Cardi B and Sexy Red, it's a problem.
Mm-hmm.
Men are the problem.
I can't say that. I can't say that. I cannot say that. It's what these label. It's a lot of different things, like the perpetuation of black people throughout the years has went up and then down. Right? You got more females that went from want to be in certain areas, so now you just want to be a hoe or a prostitute. But when you get told that what you're doing is prostitution, you don't want to acknowledge that. So
yeah,
it's
you
a
want,
time
and
of
this
you
is my
making
thing.
money.
Is like, you gotta take what comes with it, bro. And this is why I say, like, nightlife is just not for me. Like, this is not what I want for myself. Because, granted, like, I'm here to do a job and a service, but I know what it entails.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? The skimpy outfits, and you know what I mean? It's a perception type of thing. Mm-hmm. So if a guy was to have a certain perception of me, no matter how much I show him, how much self-respect I show myself, show him, mm-hmm. he's going to perceive me however he want to perceive me. You know what I mean? I'm always going to be upfront about who I am, and I'm going to keep my self-respect, but perception is perception. You know what mm-hmm. I mean? And I learned that that's just what comes with it. Mm-hmm. And I have to take that, and you got to suck that up. It is what comes with it. So if you're sitting there and you're doing whole shit, you know what I mean? Oh, I'm gonna sleep with my man's best friend. You know what I mean? And mm-hmm. or you wanna, you know what I mean? Like, you're showing your body all over the place, and you're moving a certain way. You're open to public scrutiny. And once you're open to public scrutiny, whether your OnlyFans is you cooking or not, OnlyFans is known for what? This is what be baffling me. Girls want to flex. Oh, but I'm not showing my body on OnlyFans. Yeah, but OnlyFans was created for behind the scenes content. It was all sexual content. That's what it came out as. Whether y'all doing it or not, whether when I subscribe and I see pork chops being fried, or you playing with yourself. OnlyFans was created for that behind the scenes content that was, when it first came out, it was strictly sexual content.
Yeah. Yeah.
You know what I mean? It was basically porn. You know what I mean? So whether you're doing soft porn or hard porn, that's what the perception is. And you have to take whatever comes with that. That's scrutiny. That's what comes with it. And you're going to have to suck it up.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? Like and that's what it is. Like, I can't, you know?
Nah, you good. I'm just, we all see it. But the sad part about it is a lot of that stuff is being oversaturated. Because it's like everybody and their mama now got an OnlyFans. And if you don't believe me, whoever your favorite person you like to watch on Instagram, I'm speaking to anybody, search their name up on Twitter and see what pop up. And you gonna be like, what? I done seen cats get mad for paying for subscriptions, and then they seen it on Twitter like, well, I can see it for free. Why would I want to pay for? Nah, hell no. Follow.
Yeah, I don't know. Man. I think they said that Ruby Rose was doing that. I could have sworn there was like when Ruby Rose, like somebody had like they were talking about her OnlyFans. It was just her pictures on her Instagram on her.
Yeah, and somebody sent her hella bread for that joint too.
Yeah,
they sent her like hella money. But with you, Miss Erika, what message or values do you aim to communicate through your work as a party promoter, model, and a content creator?
I'm sorry. Say that again.
One more time for you. What message or values do you aim to communicate through your work as a party promoter, model, and a content creator?
Me personally, for me I'm big on like just being successful as a Black Latina from the Bronx. I feel like I'm an underdog low-key. Like I said, it's difficult for women like being bosses. I just want people to I just want to be able to teach and like show that like you do not need to take the short end. Like you don't have to get the short end of the stick to get to the top. Like you do not have to degrade yourself. You don't have to do certain things to really make it in the industry. And that's really what I want to promote. Like that's like my biggest thing. Like respect yourself. And like I just got something to prove to myself, to be honest. Like it's really just proving to myself that I could do it, not giving up on myself. That's really it for me. That's just it. Pretty straightforward, yeah.
Very straightforward. Now, what advice would you give to aspiring female entrepreneurs looking to break into the entertainment industry?
Follow your gut. Follow your gut. Women's intuition don't lie. Follow your gut. Follow your spirit. And again, don't lose yourself. And it's so easy, like you said. Like once you get that notoriety, like once you feel like you made it, and you get that little hint of like that little taste of like I'm making it somewhere. Don't lose yourself. Always stay humble. Always keep your confidence at 1,000. But be humble. Stay focused and just make sure you're in it for the right reasons. Like God will really bless you, and take your time, bro. Like who was it? I think it's Taraji P. Henson. She didn't really make it until she was in like her 40s.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And that's late for certain people, but it don't matter. Her time came and she's good now. Feel me? All that hard work and tears and sweat that she done put into it, she made it. And it don't matter if it take that long, bro. Your time will come. Like, don't sell yourself short. Always, like, God will bless you, bro. Just be a good person. Just be a good person. Be yourself. Stay humble. Stay confident. You know what I mean? And your time will come. Your time will come. Just put in that work, bro. It's gonna come. It is going to come. Yeah.
We need that from you, big dog. And I got two more questions for you. Can you share a memorable experience from your journey as a party promoter, model, and a content creator?
Oh shit. Well, for modeling is when I got published.
That's hot.
In 2 magazines, I was published. That was like so exciting for me. Like when you see it on print, you're like, oh shit, I did it. And when I walked in New York Fashion Week twice, that was so exciting for me. that was like, whoa. So far as modeling, that definitely was like it for me. But every single day for me at the event space is like very, I made so many memories there. Like being able to sit down and speak with someone and like just go through every little detail of the event that they want to have and just seeing it come to fruition is just so like, it brightens my day. So any event that I throw is memorable for me every single time. Every single time it brings me so much joy and happiness just to see like, even party promoting, like when I see a party that just like is super lit, everybody's having a good time, I really genuinely get so happy for stuff like that. Far as, well, yeah, that's really event planning for real. Like just going through the entire process of like sitting down, doing the contract with the person. You know what I mean? Asking them like, what kind of event are you having? Like, what do you want this to look like? And seeing the smile on their face when the event is happening. 10 out of 10. Best feeling ever. Best memories for me. And yeah, party promoting, just seeing how much I've grown. I don't really have like a distinct memory per se. I don't really have like a distinct memory. Maybe like a really good party. It's just like, I don't know. I had so many. Honestly, I really don't know. I really don't know. Like I've done the parties. I've been in sections with like celebrities and stuff. That's fun. But like, I just like having a good, like when the night is just a really good night. Like just like a night that's like, oh my God, I'm gonna remember this night forever.
Right.
Nothing specific.
Nothing specific.
Yeah, maybe like when I get tipped really well, but I used to get tipped pretty well all the time. So I don't really know. I really don't. I can't even tell you. Like when it comes to nightlife, it's just, I have too many memories. Nightlife is just very, like, I have too many memories.
I wish I could revisit some of my joints because, man, time done came and went. I'm not even going to hold you.
Oh, it has. I'm 25 this year, and I'm like, oh my gosh, like.
Yeah. Oh wow. I'm thinking you like my damn age. Man, you got a couple more years under your belt, man.
I do, but because I started so early. That's why I feel like, whoa, that was fast.
Yeah.
It just kind of came and went. Like, I was outside you don't understand. I'm not even exaggerating. I legit was outside every single day. So, yeah, I don't know.
Yeah. That's crazy how I used to drink a whole bottle of dark, whether it was E&J, Parmesan Peach, or whatever. I see that shit now and I look like, no.
Oh my goodness, that's me with Casamigos Blanco. Let me tell you, that used to be my shit.
I love
that used to be my shit. Casamigos Blanco. Like the past 3 years, I feel like I just used to down it. Now I drink it and I'm like, oh my God, they changed the tequila. Like it's not. Now I drink it, I'm like, ugh. But you know what? Honestly, I even stopped drinking for real. Like to be honest, I drink here and there, like socially now. I don't really drink like as heavy as I used to because working nightlife, you will drink a lot. You will definitely drink a lot. I used to black out all types of stuff. I was outside.
Yeah, it's basically a part of the job, low key.
Yeah,
it is. It's a part of the job. But Miss Erika, I just want to tell you how happy I am to sit here and get your life story in such an hour time, and appreciate you for blessing me and us with your time. One of these days, I gotta come up there and party. No Diddy. Gotta go up there and party and see what it is, you know what I'm saying? Get it on camera firsthand, you know what I'm saying? The Wave 804 out in New York, it'll be my second time, you know, so I went to the Bronx native, you know what I'm saying? Shout out to them for having me.
Nice.
Yeah, okay. I was up there, man. Shout out to my guy Lamar for having me go to Jersey first, to Newark. He took me through Newark, the little small ass streets. But he took me to the spot, the Bronx native. I did the interview and shit, and that was really fun. You know what I'm saying?
You know what? When you come out here, I'm gonna take you to Astoria. You gotta visit Queens. Queens where it's
I'm
at,
acting
man.
like a tourist. I ain't gonna hold you. They can tell my
It's
ass is over
okay.
Virginia.
And it's okay. I got you. Follow me, man. I got you. I will show you some really lit parties and you will have a really good time.
Oh yeah, hey, I'm trying to
Mm-hmm.
all your friends. They want a country nigga, they can have me. They can have me, you hear me?
We're
But
gonna
nah,
find you a wife. We're gonna find you a wife before you turn 30. We're gonna find you a wife.
we gonna see. We gonna see. I'm gonna have 10K in my pocket just in case. Be like, hey, yo, E, I appreciate you for doing me a favor, but I think I gotta come from here because like what you want. But nah, for real, I definitely appreciate you. I wish you the best. Thank you
Thank
again.
you.
You know what I'm saying? For y'all don't know, I've been trying to track this girl down for a minute and she's been working. But what I can say about her is when I did lose my other page, she was so cool with just following me again, you know what I'm saying? And watching her build her brand up into what it is. So that is really, really cool. So I wish you the best. Keep doing your thing.
Thank
You
you.
got love out here in Virginia. If you ever need anything,
Whoop,
Cool Boy Jeff
whoop.
got
I'm
your
ready to go
back.
out there. I was out there too, but I was like in the woods. My uncle had me in the woods.
Yeah, you somewhere in Virginia. It don't even, it could be anywhere for real in the state.
Yeah. So when I go out there, you can show me the spots. I don't mind getting crazy with sexy red ladies. I'll be outside with them too.
No, hell no. They gonna be like, where she come from? She is not from here. She is not from here. Who she with? Oh, Jeff. Oh, Jeff always be on some shit. He don't tell nobody nothing. See, sometimes I gotta keep shit on the L. No, that let people meet people on first hand. But I'm gonna let you go because you've been in the car for a minute. I don't want your battery to go dead or nothing. But y'all make sure y'all follow the Wave 804 on all social media platforms and also follow my homegirl. Let me see, it's Erika.
It's Erika underscore Hollywood. Erika
There you go.
underscore, and it's Erika with a K, not a C.
There you go. There you go. So I'm about to go ahead and go make me something to eat. Erica about to duck too. Get home safely. And y'all make sure y'all follow the Wave 804 all social media platforms. Until next time, holla.
All right. Bye.